Hello there. I'm USA Today bestselling author, storyteller, and cheeky wench Susan Tisdale. I've been writing since I was a little girl, but in 2011 I published my first novel. Since then, I've hit the USA Today bestsellers list 3 times, and I've sold more than 750,000 copies of my books around the world. I'd like to welcome you to the Cheeky Wench channel, where we discuss all things writing related, from writing to publishing to marketing and everything else in between. So grab your notebooks and your favorite beverage and let's get down to it. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Please put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me and see me. I hope everyone is doing well. Hi, Rhonda. I hope you're doing well, honey. I hope you're doing better. Hi, Angie. Hi, Amy. Hi, Dawn. I hope everyone's doing well. For those of you out in California, hi, Kim. I am so sorry for these fires. They're terrifying. And I'm sorry that y'all are going through that. For those of you, sorry, having issues with my sound, with my earbuds. For those of you down south, I am so sorry, y'all. Did you guys, of course you have, New Orleans? Really? 8 inches of snow in New Orleans? That's a lot of snow. Hilton Head Island? I've been to Hilton Head. Hilton Head, it's beautiful and it's tropical. I loved Hilton Head. They've got snow. My brother's out in Delaware. He has snow. Florida has snow. It boggles the mind. Hi, Marjorie. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. That grandbaby is doing so well. Okay, so the grandbaby. We'll just get that out of the way, okay? And for those of you watching on YouTube, I also have a camera going for Facebook, 2 separate streams. So just bear with me. I'll be looking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, the grandbaby, the newest grandbaby. Oh my God. He's so stinking cute. It should be against the law to be that adorable. So he was a tiny little feller at birth. 6 pounds, 14 ounces. And then in a few days, he dropped down to 6'3". And trust me, it wasn't because he wasn't being fed. He was. He just didn't like what he was being fed. So, had to switch things up a little bit. He was 2 months old on January 15th. Friday, we took him in for his 2-month checkup and his first shots and everything. That boy weighs 12 pounds, 6.5 ounces. His new nickname is Hoss. Hoss Crawford. Does that not sound like a linebacker to you? Seriously. Seriously. He's only 2 months old and he's already in 3 to 6 months clothes because he can't wear newborns anymore. This boy's getting big and all he's eating is formula. A lot of formula, but he's getting big. My fingers, thank you for asking. I have some really, dry skin and like severely dry skin. So I put some lotion on it. And the only Band-Aids I could find are these colorful little Band-Aids. So I'm sorry. Sue, honey. Okay, for those of you on Facebook, there is another Sue Tisdale, another Susan Tisdale. And she is my sister-in-law, and she's married to my husband's brother. So there are 2 of us. And there used to be 3, but she got married and no longer has the last name. Yes, he is going to be a very big boy. Hi, Michaela. Yes, he is. The doctor's like, he's almost doubled his birth weight. They usually don't do that till they're about 4 to 6 months old. And I said, well, he's rolling over already. Would you like to see the videos? He's like, They don't normally start doing that yet. So he's just, and then his eyesight is apparently advanced because little man will focus on things and track them and watch them. And he smiles. Oh my God, his little smile and his little giggle. Oh my God, it's just enough to melt any grandmama's heart. So he is just, hi, Ashley, honey. Yes, you are my cousin. Anyway, he is just absolutely the cutest little thing, except he's not so little. But he's grown like a weed and he's doing just great. He's a little bit of cradle cap right now, which is normal. Told you he was milk drunk. Yes. Yes, he gets milk drunk real easy. He's staying awake longer. His favorite thing, they left some Christmas lights up just because he was so mesmerized with them. So he likes to stare at the Christmas lights. Yeah, he focuses on a lot of different things. So, I love being a grandma. I'm a much better grandma I'm a much better grandmother than I was a mother. And I can say that with all honesty. Had I had it to do all over again, I'd do a lot of things differently and I would have been far more patient. So we'll just put it that way. But I love my grandkids. Oh my God, my grandbabies. I'm serious. I have the best grandchildren. Malaya's grown like a weed. She's getting so tall. And she can sit in the back seat of the car now and her feet will touch the floor. But I still make her sit in a booster seat because she's still... I think here in Illinois, you've got to be like 4'9" and 70 pounds or something like that. Well, hell, this little girl ain't going to be 4'9" until she's in high school. It's like, come on. So anyway, she's doing great. Carter's doing great. Kennedy and Riley are doing great. Everybody's doing great. Kennedy made it back to North Carolina before the cold snap hit. She was home from college for a little while and went back east. Is North Carolina considered east or south? I consider it east. So anyway, she's doing great in college. Riley's doing great in high school. All of our grandkids are just doing really, really wonderful. Tammy Walters, you were a good mom. I did the best I could with what I had. We'll just put it that way. But if only I knew then what I know now. Anyway, Holly's Bratcher says, hi, Holly, honey. She was Holly, for those of you on Facebook. Holly grew up with my girls. Baby Googles are the best. So glad he's healthy, growing. Sweetie pie. Congrats to you and the family. Can I do more? Your grandbabies are the cutest. I think they are. I think they're adorable. My grandbabies are perfect. What can I say? What can I say? They're just perfect. My grandbabies are perfect. North Carolina is considered a southern state. Okay, thank you, Dawn. I figured it was, but what the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? I know lots of stuff. But what the hell do I know? So anyway, I just hope everybody down south is doing okay. Posted some suggestions for the people down south who are not used to this kind of inclement weather, who are not used to the snow, who are not used to these frigid temperatures. I posted that on my Facebook page. And people added to it. Oh my gosh, I was so glad to see people added to it and thought of things that I hadn't thought of. That helped. I thought it was awesome. Amy said, I did that with my daughter. She was tall, but she weighed nothing. I finally just took her out of the car seat. Like you said, she didn't get over 80 pounds until after high school. Some people are just tiny. Hi, Jennifer. Well, I'm still in my office. Thank you for asking, Jennifer. It's just, okay, in my office, I have two computers. I have my Big Mac, which is what I'm on tonight. And then over there is my writing space with my laptop. And I just wanted to just things up a little bit tonight and see how this location worked. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Selena. Just see how this worked and if the lighting was better, etc., etc. So over here you can see my fireplace. I just love my office. I do. I'm blessed. But anyway, everything's going great. I have 5 herniated discs, so I'm trying to find a solution to help with the pain, because as you can see right there, I'm back to using my cane, and I hate it. I hate the cane. But it's that or crawl. And really, I could get down onto the floor, but getting up's a bitch. So we're not gonna crawl from room to room. So I get out the cane. Thank God for Tylenol arthritis and diclofenac. I'm probably saying it wrong, but those are the two things that are keeping me going, pain-wise, to help keep the pain at bay. I have been working diligently on editing Tender is the Heart. Yes, I know, we're getting it down to the wire, folks. I know. But that's what tonight's show is about. It's about ego. The author ego. Okay. I don't want to say publicly why. How do I want to put this? I have a temporary new editor for reasons that are beyond Catherine Lynn Davis's control. Now, Catherine Lynn Davis is a phenomenal editor. We work well together. But this new editor saw things that I hadn't noticed that I do before. And, okay, with this book, I had started this book like 3 years ago. Whenever I did Secrets of the Heart, I immediately started this book, and then I put it down for years, and then I picked it back up. So that was issue number one, was the length of time, not going back and reading what I had previously written, etc., etc. Anyway, this girl did an absolutely flippin' phenomenal job. She did. She is up there with Catherine Lynn Davis. She saw things that just went thump over my head. And so I opened up the manuscript she sent me, and this is just me being completely honest and open, because I'm all about that. And I thought that, okay, so that's why we're doing tonight's show. So anyway, I opened it up and I'm like, well, I don't see anything wrong with this. Read a little more, another comment. Well, I don't know what she's talking about. This is stupendous. And I read a little more and I'm like, So I set it aside for a little while because I thought, okay, what the hell's going on? I'm so used to hearing how fabulous and wonderful I am. So I sent it to my daughter and I said, okay, look at this. And she says, Mom, this is an absolutely, I won't repeat what she said, flipping awesome edit. She has done a fabulous job. And then it clicked. Ego. My ego was getting in the way. So, we talk about this all the time. It doesn't matter how good you think you are. It doesn't matter how many frickin' books you have published. You can always learn something new about writing. Okay? Talk about this all the flippin' time. All the time. Do I not? Show of hands if you've ever heard me say that before. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard me say that. It doesn't matter how many books you've published. It doesn't matter how many times you've hit the New York Times bestsellers list or the USA Today bestsellers list. It doesn't matter. You can always learn something new, right? You all have heard me say this. I know you have. And it was time that Susie practiced what she preached. And it was like one of those aha moments. Cheesecake ankle. What is that? Cheesy ankle. Hello, Carter. Okay, for those of you on Facebook, you can't see it, but my grandson's in the YouTube chat, and he's a little turd bucket. Anyway, yes, ADD meds were off around 3. So, ego. So, it's like, okay, how do you differentiate? Michaela's laughing. Right, Michaela? Who knew? Who knew I wasn't absolutely frickin' phenomenal at what I do? Who knew I wasn't? No one told me that I wasn't perfect until now, and I love her for it. I am forever her debt. So it was like, okay, how do you tell the difference between ego and experience? How do you know if your ego's getting in the way or if your experience is getting in the way? You take a step back, you take a deep breath, you do a little private reflection, and then you ask somebody who you trust will be honest with you, who will not blow sunshine up your skirt, which I'm famous for not doing. I don't blow sunshine up anybody's skirt. I just don't. I won't do it. If you can't handle the honesty, don't ask me the question, right? And I'm nice about it. I'm not brutal or mean. Right, Michaela? Right, Michaela? Right, Michaela? Right, Michaela? Yeah, you're extraordinary. Just don't tell my family. Exactly. So the whole point of tonight's broadcast is, if you are not sure if it is your ego or your experience that is blocking you on something, especially in the editing process or in the review process, if your readers are saying, hey, this is not your best work, take a step back, do some reflection, and ask yourself why. And if you can't come up with the answer, go to someone you trust, whose judgment you value, and someone who you know is going to be brutally honest with you. Go to that person. And I did. I went to my daughter and I knew she'd be honest. Because she's like me. We really don't like blowing sunshine up anybody's skirt. It's just not who we are. Sorry, just a little bit of pain right now in the hipozoid areas. Hi, Angie. Hi, Terry. Hi, Robin. So that's what happened to me this week. And it was like, I can't edit this. There is something wrong. I don't know if this person knows what the hell they're talking about, but something tells me she doesn't, because, I'm the awesome and phenomenal and wonderful Susan Tisdale. Extraordinaire. I'm the cheeky wench. I'm freaking phenomenal. And it was a huge eye-opener. So I just thought that this would be helpful for other authors out there to know that we all face this issue sometimes. We all face this, okay? If all you're ever hearing is how wonderful you are from everyone around you, you need some new friends, because none of us are that wonderful, okay? None of us. That's what I call you. You call me what, Amy? Author extraordinaire? Phenomenal? I love you. Hi, Aurora. Yes, everyone's doing well, honey. But anyway, yep, I had to deal with my own ego. So once I got that the hell out of the way, I could actually listen and take her advice and do the edits that I know she's correct that I need to do. All of the above. Amy, I love you. I need a t-shirt. I need a t-shirt that says I'm phenomenal. Amy Finley said so. Angie says, life is a learning experience and you are in big trouble if it isn't. Exactly. So it's never too late to learn something new about yourself, about your career choice, about your artistic abilities, about your writing abilities. Yeah, so that's what this is about. Yeah, so that was short and to the point. Who's got questions? Just don't let your ego get in the way. I need to get some of those glasses that the Emily D. Baker has that will stop the reflection from your lighting source. Michaela said, I fought my first editor, and looking back, I should have given in, but died on that hill. Well, there are some hills I have died on that I'm willing to die on. But everything she said has been 1,000% correct. And I'm loving her advice. So Marcel Cole says, keeping it humble. You got to keep it humble. You got to remain humble. You have to be humble. Ain't none of us perfect. Ain't none of us getting out here alive. Right? None of us are perfect. There are those who walk amongst us who think they are. And that's okay. We just sit back and go, Let me know how that works out for you. Just sit back and watch. Just sit back and watch the shit show. Right? So anyway, I've learned a lot on this book, and I absolutely love this new editor. And I forgot to ask her permission first if I could give her name out, so I'm not going to. Maybe next week. But anyway, I'm learning a lot, and I didn't realize how much of a passive voice I use in my writing until she pointed it out. And it's like, but that's how I write. But that's my style. And even though, uh-oh, my fan just died. The hell happened? Uh-oh, I need that fan. It's got to keep my, the hell? Well, now, crikeys. Yep, you get to look at my wrinkles up close. Oh, now it's back on. For those of you who got to see my wrinkles up close, I do have a sty in my eye, and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, it never hurts to get new fresh eyes on it. She's never read any of my work, so that helped tremendously too. So I'm having fun. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Teresa. Okay. I got some new spectacles. I wish I could figure out the lighting. Michaela says that's great. I love my editor because she says the same thing. This sucks when it does, but when it's great, the compliments are stunning. Exactly. But she never said it sucked. She is so kind. She is just the kindest, sweetest, most awesome person. Seriously. And she was pointing things out that I just never noticed that I'd done, and she was right, and it's going to be better. Hot chem press for the sty. Thank you, Marcel. As an editor, I could tell you it isn't just authors. I remember really messing up an edit about 8 or 9 years ago, and that was my wake-up call. Yep. None of us are perfect, and none of us are getting out of here alive. So, anywho, that's that. What else y'all want to talk about? It's still early. It's only 10 till. I thought I would really have a lot to say on this. In my head, I did. In my head, I had a whole lot to say, and it didn't take very long to say it. So, what questions do y'all have? What do we want to talk about next? You guys pick the topic. It can be writing related or not. It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It can be writing. What did you think about the article I sent you? What article? Oh, okay. So, I don't know if I could pull it up, Amy. Let me see if I can't, because I'm on a different computer. Let me see if I can. So Amy sent me an article about, there it is, someone suing another author for, was it copyright? I don't think it was, no, it wasn't copyright. What was it, Amy? The jury's still out on that one, Amy. I'm trying to pull the article up. It's going to take a minute because I'm on my Big Mac computer. Where is Amy? Where is Amy? Where are you, Amy? You may have to send that to me again, honey, because I'm not finding it. Where are you? In my... Basically plagiarism. Well, see, yeah, sorta. I'm not sure. I need more information. That's what I'm trying to say. I need more information. Michaela says, what the hell? Sorry. It's asking me to. Hi, Jennifer, my birthday twin, my birthday Twinkie. Jennifer Terrio's down in Houston, and she's got some snow. I hope you're staying warm. Oh, well, just bite me. Stupid. Okay, Michaela said, networking. How did you find this fabulous editor? I asked around. I did. I asked around. I asked people who I love and trust implicitly. And that's how I got her. Dawn says, hey, I got my planner. I was so freaking excited to receive it. Yay! love our planners. We have a reader planner too, people. If you like to read, we have a reader planner for you that'll help you stay organized on track all year long. But I love our author planner. This is mine in it, and I love it. Teresa said, does anyone use AI when they get stuck on a tough scene? Do you check the box on Amazon that you used AI? Did Amazon cancel your book? Okay, number one, nope, never. Never use AI for writing. No matter if I'm stuck on a tough scene or not, I just don't. I walk away, work on something else. Anything but AI. And so therefore, it would be no to the next two questions because I can't answer them because I've never used AI. I just don't. Angie said, I want to ask about the retreat and hotel. How much walking is it? I'm not as able-bodied as I once was. Minimal walking. The hotel is just hotel, parking lot, conference center. I don't think it's a lot of walking, and I have to do a lot of walking. Yes, that's what it was, Diane. An author suing another author because they apparently stole their plot or something. And I need more information before I can comment on that. I just don't have enough information. Okay. At first glance, I'm kind of So the hotel and author conference, it's all right there. Amy said she'd sent her works to an agent and they sat on it for a while and then sent them back. Then another author who had the same agent published a book that had several places that were identical to hers. Yes. And I still need more information. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon. I need more information. Hi, Raisa. How are you, dear? I just need more information. I'm not going to just base everything off of one little article. So I need to know more. And that's just, you all know me. You all know me. That was from the New York paper, the New Yorker. Yes. Yes, it was, Amy. I still need more information. Oh, Diana, sorry. I get such a glare on these. My mom just said she loves your glasses and that it looks like you're getting ready to fly. I told her they're cat eye glasses and we discussed how much we love your glasses. I have so many different glasses. I do. I am a glass hound. A lot of people have... I'm still wearing the same clothes I bought 10 years ago. I'm just... let's see. Raisa said I'm in a hotel with a busted water main. Oh, no, Raisa. Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry. Are you down south then? I'm going to assume. Hi, Samantha Cole. Beautiful. I love Samantha. Amy, I would love to follow that case to see what exactly she's suing for. Exactly. I want to follow it. I want more information, etc., etc. I did send it to Samantha and she was with me. These I ordered off Amazon. Seriously. I got like 8 pairs for like $19 and they're all cat eye. But they're all different colors and like I've got these look, are these the same? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I got black ones, I got light ones, I got all sorts of them. So anyway, let's see. It's kind of hard to be completely unique with all the books out there. So it's hard to say if something is stolen unless it's almost identical. Well, there's a difference between a trope and plagiarism. I forget. Samantha can answer this. Michaela probably can. I can't. I know there's an X number of tropes out there, I guess. I don't know. I'm not technical about that. So Dinah says there are so many books out there that are similar. I wonder if it counts as plagiarism, if it's the plot ideas she used as inspiration or whatever. Doesn't know if it makes... Yes. Again, tropes and plots, you only have so many to work with, right? But where the plagiarism will come in is when you are using scenes that are so clearly, apparently copied from another story or another book, then the only thing that you did perhaps was change the names of the characters or the name of the bar they're in or what have you. Only certain things have changed, but everything else is just inherently the same. Such as you decide to write a Harry Potter book, right? You want to use that trope. You want to use that idea. And the only thing you do is change the characters' names, and instead of Hogwarts, it's Warthogs. That's plagiarism. That's something that you can definitely see. It's tangible. You see it, you get it, you understand it. I've been plagiarized. Copy paste Chris. Does anybody remember copy paste Chris? Chris, I remember that. She stole from 3 of my novels, and not just 1 or 2 sentences. She stole entire friggin' pages. Still pisses me off. But anyway, I digress. So, plots can be eerily similar, I believe, but I would need to do a side-by-side comparison in order to speak to it. I would just have to have a side-by-side comparison. 50 Shades of Grey copied Twilight. Well, actually, she didn't copy Twilight. It was fan fiction, right? 50 Shades of Grey was originally fan fiction for Twilight. And then it wasn't going well, so she changed it up and made it, BDSM book, is how I understand it. Wouldn't that be full sentences, paragraphs that were exactly identical on plagiarism? Yes. However, it can still be plagiarism if you only switch around a couple of the words. Okay, it's still plagiarism. Marcel, so I got an email from Free Novelly, and many of the authors' Amazon pages have an illustration, not a photo. I feel these are not authors and maybe plagiarizing. Chances are no. Authors will use an avatar or phony pic for lots of different reasons. They're trying to protect their identity. They need to protect their identity for a wide variety of reasons. Perhaps they like to write, steamy novels and their husband's a pastor of the local church. Whatever. So that alone is not enough reason to think that it's either a crappy author or someone who's plagiarizing or stealing. Okay? Yeah, no, see, I personally don't think you can go on that alone. Again, in order to say something is plagiarized, you have to do a side-by-side comparison. Amy says, I have read several books that I believe the authors were given a scenario and they ran with it. Some concepts just went different ways. Exactly. Yeah, Michaela's right. Hallmark does the same trope over and over and over again. New setting, new actors. Voila, new movie. Yeah, it happens. Some of the best authors don't use their pictures. They might use an avatar because they don't like the way they look. Racist says, I was a teacher when I started writing and had a moral turpitude clause in my contract. There are many reasons that authors won't share a photo online. Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, look, Samantha's right. Let's put this up on the screen. Look at how many times, where the hell did it go? Look at how many times Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella have been retold. Right? We can all recognize that trope. Yes, Rachel says, yes, I remember, but there are people claiming it, and it's just similar, so more a copy of an idea than the actual book. I don't know, Rachel. I don't know. I just don't know. So, no, you don't have to use a photo. You can use an avatar. You can use a picture of a frickin' chrysanthemum if you want to. Dawn says she's editing a Sleeping Beauty retelling now. So, again, there are differences between... There are only so many tropes to go around. Okay? having a similar plot. I mean, I've read several Highlander romance novels where the bride was kidnapped at the altar before she could marry the guy she was supposed to marry. None of these stories, except for that one little part in the Happily Ever After, of course, aren't all the same. They might have started off the same, but they went in completely, vastly different directions. Regal Quill, not Free Novelly. Okay, that's okay, Marcel. I was just saying that some of the authors that I like a lot didn't even use their picture. Yeah. Samantha says, I didn't use a photo for 2 years because I was still in the police department. Exactly. Thank you, Amy. Yes. For those of you just joining, my name is Susan Tisdale, author, storyteller, Cheeky Wedge. Please hit the like button if you haven't, subscribe if you would like, and tell your friends about how much fun we have on Wednesday nights. Let's see. Yeah, teachers use pen names and avatars. So you cannot just go by the fact that it's an avatar. Okay, you just you can't accuse somebody of plagiarism without having the receipts, actual facts, side-by-side comparisons. And this is coming from someone who has been plagiarized by hashtag #CopyPasteChrist. May she... Nope, we're not going to say that out loud out of respect for my grandson. Nope, not going to say it. So yeah. Plots, tropes. Beauty and the Beast. Cinderella. Angie says, yes, I'm using a pen name for sure, and I do have that figured out. Good. Dinah says, I'm figuring out a pen name, but I figured I could do that after I actually finish a book. There you go. There you go. I will also say that writing fairy tale retelling is a hella fun. Yes, it is. It is. She says, and this is Race in Graywood, I wrote 2 last year, one Lady and the Tramp and one Beowulf. Oh, cool beans. Rochelle says, you said it best with the Beauty and the Beast example. Well, that was Samantha Cole, and she's a good friend of mine, and she's so stinking smart, and she thinks of stuff that I don't think of. So when I doubt something, or when I'm not sure about something, I go to Samantha and I say, hey, what do you think about this? And she will tell me. Hi, Angela. Hi, Angela. Let's see. I was going to use one when I was on the school board. There you go. Dinah says, new desk is arriving Saturday, so I should have a better, less squishy Raider White. There you go. There you go, girlfriend. I have 2 desks. I have 1 chair. I could put 2 in here, but it would drive me nuts having 2 rolling chairs in my office. So I just roll this one back and forth, back and forth. It keeps me out of the taverns, right? What else do you want to talk about? Next subject. We've talked about plagiarism, pen names, avatars, tropes, plots. There can be similar plots, tropes. I don't know. Does anybody know the number of tropes that are out there right now? I think, wasn't it like 99? Aren't there like 99 tropes? And a trope is like, friends to lovers or frenemies to lovers. Boy meets girl, girl dumps boy, boy meets... goes on to meet the love of his life. There are just so many different stinking tropes out there. Over 150. Thank you, Samantha. Angie, can you write about Cinderella because the copyright is expired? It's only like 100 years or so, right? I think so. But Cinderella, the story in itself, is a trope, right? We have this very poor girl who is very beautiful. She has an evil stepmother. She has evil stepsisters. And a prince comes along and saves her. They fall in love. He thinks she's beautiful. They get married and live happily ever after. 150 for just romance. Thanks, Amy. And sci-fi. Good God, sci-fi. That could go anywhere. Sci-fi and fantasy can just go anywhere. Julia Quinn did a retelling of Cinderella. It was really good. I bet it was. I love Julia Quinn. Yeah, thousands of tropes, and different ways of telling the same story in different ways. I mean, Beauty and the Beast. Let's talk about it. How many different ways could we tell that story? And could we tell Beauty and the Beast contemporary times? Do you remember back in the 80s, the TV show Beauty and the Beast? Oh, what was her name? She went on to do she was the mom in the Terminator movies, but Ron Perlman was the Beast. Do you all remember that? Anyway, yes, Beauty and the Beast can be told in modern ways. You could reverse it to where the Beast is the woman and the princely-esque type guy. There's 100 different ways. I loved that. I love that, Diana. I love that show and I did not miss it. But Beauty and the Beast, we could tell it reversed where she's the Beast for whatever reason. It could be maybe she was scarred in a fire. Maybe she is cursed. Maybe she needs to be kissed in order to break the spell and she turns into this beautiful woman. I mean, you could tell it 100 different ways. Linda Hamilton, thank you, Ron Perlman. Love that show. Me too, Reza. Then you have mini tropes. He falls first. LOL. Yes. Oh, thank you, Rachel. My husband built this office for me. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Everything is Kevin. Everything. A Christian romance author tells fairy tale, but in the Old West. There you go. Or maybe she's just snarky and pissy. I like writing those beasts. There you go, Reza. Yeah. Linda Hamilton, Angie. Don says, I work with authors who use a different pen name for each genre of writing they do. There you go. You don't suck. Damn it. Shannon's here. You do not suck. You just need the elements. Exactly. You could give us all a first line and there's no telling where we could go. Exactly. Once upon a time. That's all you need is once upon a time. Run with it. In my telling, I made the Beast the female and the Beauty the male. There you go. I'd comment. We've talked about author ego, which you and I talked about earlier, Shannon. How I had to go extricate my head from my arse and realize that I was not perfect. We have talked about plagiarism, and now we're talking about different tropes. All the different tropes. Shannon, you were awesome and I love you and you've been really busy. Yeah, some great story ideas here. My Lady and the Tramp was a female tramp. Loved that heroine too. Okay, so when you say Lady and Tramp, I immediately go to The Dogs. Love that movie. Give me some more, Reza. Give me some more information, and we'll go with that. Hoots. The Dogs. Yeah, I'm asking Raisa Graywood. She's on my Facebook page right now. She wrote a Lady and the Tramp trope. Some of the dogs. I don't know what you're all... I can't keep up. There's so many here. There's just so many I can't keep it all up. But I can tell you that my hips are hurting. The Aristocats. I loved that movie, The Aristocats. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Shannon, because all you do is sit around on your butt all day long. Not. Okay, Lou. Doctoral candidate goes to work for a prince of an island principality. He decides she's his person. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. She ain't having it. Exactly. Okay. I like that too. So he has to woo her over. I love it when okay. My favorite kinds of stories to write and read are the ones where they don't just fall instantly, head over heels in love. I like the gradual process. I have read books. Okay, for me, just personally, I like that slow burn. I like that. I just like the slow burn, the simmer. They're gonna fall in love, right? Because that's just how I write. We're gonna have happily ever after. Do not come after me. Over the Edge of Forever. That book had to be written the way it was written for a reason. Don't come after me for that book. Still my favorite book. Still my favorite book to this day. Anyway, for all my other books, they have to have their happily ever after, right? We know it's going to happen, right? We know that they're going to have their happily ever after. I like the process, the slow process. Where maybe at first she appears like she's a shrew, but she's not really a shrew. Maybe she's been hurt. Maybe she's hiding a secret that she doesn't want anybody to know. He might come off as an arrogant ass, but he's not really an arrogant ass. He's behaving that way for a reason, right? Layers again, talking about layers. But that's just my favorite way of doing it, where they slowly begin to see each other with clear eyes, and they come together, and it's just their happily ever after. I just love that slow burn. I've been stuck on a cozy mystery stitch lately. I can't get enough of them. Oh, you need to read Allie Plater's knitting books, or Schneike's. I'll think of it later. I just got cut up on planners, so I need more orders. I've been drawing the theme for the summer bookish theme release. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. Pretty Woman. Exactly. Pretty Woman. That could be considered a Cinderella story, right? Right? So anyway, tropes, plots. And if y'all remember a while back, some young lady wrote a book. It's her first book, first time she ever published anything in her life. She was with a traditional publisher, and she accused our anointed, sainted holiness, Nora Roberts, of stealing her title. Now, this poor young lady, I felt so sorry for her, because it's like, oh, honey, you need some author friends to explain this stuff to you. Nora Roberts doesn't have to steal shit from nobody, okay? She doesn't have to steal nothing from nobody, and she wouldn't, okay? She's our sainted Nora. I do. I just love Nora Roberts. Oh my God, I love her. I love her. So that ties into that article I read. Okay, was that a same thing where maybe she had this idea and somebody else had a similar idea? So that's why I don't want to comment yet until I have more information. The holy sainted, the holy one, Nora Roberts, the holy one. I love her. I do. She exactly. And Nora had published her book years ago with same title. So, and you can go and Google, books with a title that you might have picked out, and you're going to find 20 of them, 50 of them, 100 of them with the same title. Okay. Maybe in different genres, whatever. It's all good. Copygate. You can't copy titles. I love you guys. So apparently, oh God, I want to talk about it so bad, and I don't know if I should. I won't. I'm a better person. And that's the thing that I think makes a really great novel. It's the goals, motivations, and conflicts. Exactly, Risa. Exactly. I mean, read the writers' Bibles. I think they're called So Many Variations. Exactly. No, Amy, we'll do it in a private conversation. But let's just so you all know, she who shall not be named is alive and well. And that's all I'm going to say. She's alive and she's well. That's all I'm going to say. In 100 years, Nora Roberts will be Jane Austen. Exactly. You're not better than that, Amy. God, I love you guys. You guys are so funny. Nope. Um, Anyway, everything is good here. Everything is good here. Little man's growing like a weed, like we talked about. Yes, I'm changing the subject. Mrs. Wolowitz has purple shoes, brand new purple tennis shoes. Long story. I'll tell it to you over a drink sometime. But author planners, author planners, author planners. If you haven't gotten yours, go to Tomes and Tropes over at the Etsy shop. I love my planner. I freaking love this planner. I do. We shipped our first one overseas today. $80. $80 freaking dollars to ship one of our planners to the UK. And the author didn't care. I want the planner. I'll pay it. Okay, maybe it's the American in me. Maybe it's the, old woman in me. But it's like, I could get us an airplane ticket for $150 one way, and we could just take a whole bunch of them, carry on, and deliver them that way. That's just like a lot of money. Amy has her planners. Yay! Yes, Diana, that is true. I love you guys. I do. Shannon, you are funny. Racist says, after 7 years being published, I have way too many she who shall not be named. Cocky Kate. It's Cheeky Wedge for a reason. Exactly. My jaw would be on the floor. Right? I can't imagine paying $80 for... That's just the shipping on the damn thing. Yeah. Blew my mind. But she's like, no, I'll pay it. I'm like, oh, okay. What hotel are we supposed to book for the retreat? Did you have it? I do not have the discount count yet, Angie. So don't book your room yet because we're saving you a significant amount of money. It's in October. The Write Like a Pro Author Conference. Tickets are on sale now, but we only have 100 spots available. And right now you get the $50 discount through March 1st. And you go to and it's not typing. Hang on. Okay. My microphone's in the way. Hang on. Listen to my heartbeat while I try this. Okay, right. Dang it. I have too many cords and stuff. It's writelikeaproauthorconference.com. Okay. So I did that because, damn it, I wanted it to be easy to find. If you were the cheeky wench, or we consider the wenches, the wenchers, if you'd like to be, I guess, Amy. Don says, honestly, I bought a book from an author in the UK that cost $50 to ship. I'd just gotten paid, and I haven't done it since. I can't. But our conference is in October, and it is for authors, writers. There will not be a book signing or anything like that, so you don't have to schlep your books all over the country. Tickets are limited. There are only 100 of them because of space. But it's a beautiful hotel. It's just going to be beautiful. Oh my God. Y'all. You're going to love this conference. Trust me. Racist said, yeah, I just spent my furniture budget on a new water main. I am so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. I feel your pain and I know it hurts. The author planners are over at etsy.com/shop/tomes and troves. Do I have that? There it is. It's up here. etsy.com/shop/tomes and troves. That's our Etsy shop where you can get our beautiful author planners. So it's beautiful. I love these. I love these. I love it. It is with me. I carry it around the house with me all the time. Risa says, yeah, okay. I already read that. Hi, Teresa. Hang on. What did Amy say? Okay, that's true. Yes. So if you want to be the wenches or the wenchers, I don't know, name yourselves. I don't care. They started doing a boozy book fair at Castle Farms here in Charlevoix, Michigan. I would love to see some of you here. Rachel, my email is susan@susantisdale.com. Send me a link. Send me information. Samantha is going to be in Melbourne this year. I know, honey. And we were God, I wanted you here. I really did. And we were just a little bit limited on the time. We didn't have a lot of options. But yeah, send me that information, Rochelle. Please. It would be fun. And Samantha's going to be in Melbourne, Australia in October. I think Australia is a wonderful place, but it freaks me the hell out, people. Have you seen the size of spiders there? They're like freaking huge. Have you seen the size of the spiders in Australia? Dear Susan. What, Risa? My dasher's name is Vladimir, and now I got plot bunnies. Well, good, I'm glad. Crikey, right? I don't like to be in my house with spiders that are this tiny. I don't want to be around spiders. But in Australia, you could put a freaking harness on those things and they can pull your cats around. They are humongous. Okay? And kangaroos. Who knew kangaroos were violent, vicious animals? They are. Now, I would love to just, snuggle with a koala bear. I think that would be cool. Yeah. Burn the house down and start over kind of big. But I know it's a lovely place, and I love my Aussie friends. I do. They're just braver men than I, Gunga Din. Australians are brave individuals. Seriously. Sydney was great in 2019. I bet it was. My youngest has pet jumping spiders. They're tiny, though. Nope. You could have goldfish in my house. You could have cats. You could have dog. You could have gerbils. You could have pretty much anything you wanted. But no bugs and nothing from the reptile family. That was my hard no. You want a pig? Have a pig. You want a cow? Have a cow. You want a horse? If you can pay for it, go for it. But yeah, no on the spiders and no on the reptilians. No. Yeah, no. Predator's paradise. Exactly. I just can't. Dawn says she names the jumping spiders she finds in her house. They're always named Bob. Bob, it's time for you to go. And I can't with the snakes either. Now, when I was growing up, my Uncle Roger, he had all sorts of animals. It was really, really cool. He had ganacos and deer and chickens and rheas, which are like an ostrich, and all sorts of different things. All sorts of different exotic type animals. I couldn't do the snakes. Like, sorry, Uncle Roger, can't do the snakes. Maybe take him out. No, couldn't do the snakes. Can't do the reptiles. Our oldest son, Kenny, has got some lizards. That's pretty cool. Just don't ask me to sit there and hold one. Don't ask me to babysit, because I ain't doing it. It's just hard no. Sorry, don't hate me. Don't come after me. Hi, Beth. Yeah. Yep. You can have goldfish. You can have guppies that make 10,000 guppies. I don't care. We're not doing spiders. We're not doing bugs. We're not doing rats. That would be a no. No mice and no reptiles. And she says his first one was Mrs. Floofington. We now have Ava and are looking for Wally. I love it. That is adorable. You're a braver mom than me, Angela. I just can't do it. I know what my limits are. We have squirrels here. They're in the backyard. We have doves and quails and our sparrow. They all live out back. It's kind of cute when they all lay under the couches out back. Yes. Love my birds outside. I do. Don't want my birds inside. Even though I grew up with birds. We always had a parakeet. We did. Always had a parakeet. Let me tell you a funny story. Do we have time for a funny story? It's 6:30. Do you want a funny story or not? It's 6:30. I can save it for another time. It's up to you. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to hear the funny story. Put a 2 in the chat if you think we should just call it a night. Oh, Angie. Yes, we have cardinals outside. Okay, funny story time. growing up, we had parakeets, right? And at this one particular time, we had a little yellow parakeet named Benjamin Franklin. And he would walk around on a pool. We had a little kiddie pool table, so it was that kind of pool stick that he would walk around. He would walk around on your shoulders. He would, when you did dishes, he would sit on the faucet. And this bird was smart. I did not know birds could be this smart, but this bird was smart. And he would sit on the faucet, the kitchen faucet, and wait till you were done doing dishes, and then he would jump in and have fun. Well, back in the day, now this is 70s, people. Keep that in mind. Air conditioners are kind of a new thing. We had a window air conditioner unit, and we would hang blankets up and keep 1 or 2 rooms cold. So you have to lift up a window, and these are old windows, not the new kind. So you'd have to lift up the window, put the air conditioner unit in, put the window down, towels around it, blah, blah, blah. Benji went missing one day. We searched everywhere. This is a sad story too, okay? But it's funny. It's sad and funny. So Benji got stuck between the 2 windows, and we didn't know it. It had to have happened overnight or whatever, and he died. Yes. So my grandma helped us bury him in the backyard in a little box of some sort. My mom worked day shift at Admiral at the time. And this is back before cell phones. My mother worked in a factory. You didn't call the factory unless someone, had, like a human had died. You didn't call to say the bird had died. It's Friday. My mom walks in the front door, and she's got a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken and all the fixings. And we all just start bawling. We couldn't eat it. We couldn't eat it. She's like, what the hell is wrong? It's just KFC. Benji died today. None of us could eat it. None of us could eat it. But she didn't know. She didn't know. I know. It was sad, but it was funny when you step back and take a look at it, 40 years, 50 years later. Yeah, that was 50 years ago. Good night, Irene. I was old. I know. And I felt so sorry for Mama. I did. Because, KFC was a big treat back then. Of course, I didn't eat meat of any kind, but I would have the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the coleslaw and the biscuits. But I just felt so bad for my mom, and I felt bad for my baby brothers because they're crying. And my dad just looking at her like, how could you? She's like, how the hell was I supposed to know? I've been at work all day long. My poor mother. I know, right? You can see a unicorn if you take the right wacky juice. Exactly. I have to admit, okay. Yeah. It was just, silly stuff that happens in your youth that, today would probably be considered traumatizing and you'd have to go to therapy. We didn't have that growing up. You literally rubbed dirt in your wounds and you kept going on. And that's how I live my life now. So anyway, I know. How could you, Arlene? How could you? How the hell was my mother supposed to know that the damn bird died? There were no cell phones. You didn't call the factory and let your mom know that your bird died. I didn't know we had the Blue Jays down here because I haven't seen them. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've had Blue Jays here. You still have those air conditioners. Okay, Amy. We have central air now. But yeah, those air conditioners are still around. Oh, of course. Not everybody can do central air. You might have baseboard heat or whatever. Oh, God. Anyway, it is now 6:32. I probably bored the hell out of all of you. But I do want to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for letting me talk about my ego. I know it's a shock. For y'all to learn that I'm not perfect. That I'm not the be-all end-all. That I'm not the amazing Kreskin when it comes to writing. Love this editor. I love all of her advice. I can't wait. Now I'm to the point where I can't wait to finish editing the book. And I know it's getting down to the wire. And I'm in a lot of pain. because I've sat in this chair too long. I should have had my little tush cushion. You bored me so much that I skipped dinner because I didn't want to miss anything. Thank you, Diana. Oh, when your central air went out, you went to window units. Hey, you got to have air conditioning. Okay, you just have to. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes. I do need to edit. I do. Rachel says, my aunt replaced a hamster because she didn't know it was found dead while she was at work. It scared them. My cousin said, Mom, you failed. Oh, that hurts. So I don't know if it's an ingrown eyelash or if it's a sty. Because it's like right here on the... Yeah. It hurts. It hurts. What tush cushion do you use? Is an Cushion Lab? The black one? It's Cushion Lab. Okay, I'm going to let you all go. Please keep those down south in your thoughts and in your prayers. Please keep the people out in the southeast, the Carolinas and everything who are still... I'm just finding out that people from the freaking hurricanes are still living in tents out there. And I'm sorry, this is America and that ain't right. Sorry. That'll be another rant for another time. When I'm feeling pissy. Pissy. Anyway, keep those less fortunate than you are in your prayers. Keep California in your prayers with all the fires. For those of you experiencing snow for the very first time, try to find some enjoyment in it because it can be magical and it can be special, especially for little kids. We saw on the Weather Channel this morning, these little kids were using boogie boards to sled down hills in New Orleans, Smith. I thought that was the sweetest thing. So it's all in your attitude. It's all in your attitude. Attitude, attitude, attitude. It's important. Anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to go take some diclofenac and some Tylenol arthritis and put my feet up in the recliner for a little bit. Anyway, I love you all. I think you're all amazing, and I thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. For those of you over on Facebook, come join us over on YouTube and subscribe. It's free. And I love you all. I think you're amazing. And we will see you all soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.